had a really interesting epiphany this morning, and I wanted to share it with you. And it is this: stop asking for healing, start asking for blessings. When we ask the universe for healing, what we are doing is we are reaffirming that there is a problem, that something is broken, that something is not working the way that we need it to. Now, that said, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that your problem or whatever is broken is an illusion. It is not. What you are dealing with is real. The hardship you are facing is real. And it makes every sense as to why you would be asking for healing of this thing. So I know for myself that when my finances are poor, I ask for healing on my finances. When my body isn't working the way that I want it to, when it seems to be working against me instead of for me, I ask for healing, right? And it makes sense that we ask for healing because healing means to go from something broken to something fixed, something that is perfect, something that is usable and workable. Or it can be the absence of something, right? If we have pain, then healing would be the absence of that pain. But again, when we're asking for healing, what we're subconsciously doing is we're focusing on the problem. We're reaffirming that there's a problem. Whereas if we're asking for blessings, we're still acknowledging there's a problem there. We're not actually reaffirming it. So there's a difference between praying and even sending Reiki to something with the intention of healing your finances versus blessing your finances. When we ask God, when we ask the universe or our angels to bless something, what we're saying is, I am giving you permission and I am asking for your assistance in creating miracles in this area of my life. And when we start asking for the blessing in a situation, what we're actually doing is we are speaking to the divinity and the perfection in that area. Because even if your finances are broken, even if your health is struggling, there is still an aspect of divinity and perfection within that area that is waiting to be awoken. And so when we start speaking to that divinity, instead of reaffirming the brokenness, when we start reaffirming and talking about the blessings that can come out of it, that's when miracles can start to take place. So I want to provide you with a challenge. For the next 7 days, when it comes to something in your life that needs to be corrected, that needs to be healed, start asking for blessings. So it would look like this. Let's say that you've been having some stomach issues lately and you've been praying for healing, and maybe you've been sending Reiki to your tummy, and all of that is good. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. This is just a different way of working with those energies and possibly waking up the God spark that's in each of us so that we can hopefully get results faster. So you might be placing your hands on your stomach asking for healing. Might be calling in Archangel Raphael. All good. Instead of asking for healing of your stomach, here's what I want you to do. You pray, you close your eyes, open up your prayer the way that you normally would, connect with spirit in the way that you normally would, and say, I ask that you bless my body. I ask that you bless my beautiful body, especially my stomach. Bless my stomach. Bless the organs all within my body, all within my belly, all within my tummy. I ask that my stomach be blessed tremendously, and really start speaking those blessings over it. And give your angels and your guides and the divine permission to work within that area. And don't ask for healing. Don't even ask for it. Ask for blessings. Ask that everything in that area be blessed. And, while you're at it, you might as well ask for blessings on your whole body and see what happens. Because I believe that when we're asking for blessings, we are asking really for light and love to come into that situation and bring that situation into alignment with the divine, powerful, and positive energies of the universe. So when we're able to do that, we don't have to ask for healing because we're already asking for alignment. But we're asking for it in the most positive way possible. We're asking for it in the form of blessings. So for the next 7 days, I'm making it my intention to ask the universe to start blessing things instead of healing things. And the reason I wanted to share this with you, and the place I even got this epiphany was actually in my meditation this morning. And so I was deep in meditation, and those are the words that came through. Stop asking for healing, start asking for blessings. And that voice also said, when you ask for healing, you're reaffirming that something is broken. When you ask for blessings, you are reaffirming and waking up the divinity in that subject, in that topic, in that area. That message came through so strong, and the energy and excitement I felt as it channeled and as it came through, just it felt so good. It almost felt like, okay, here's the answer I've been looking for. And also, I have to tell you guys that I don't know about you, but since 2020, I feel like my life has just been completely turned upside down. And prior to 2020, I was manifesting a lot of great things easily, quickly, and for the first time and probably ever, I was actually enjoying my life. Like 2018 and 2019 were two of the best years of my life. I was having a lot of fun during that time. And when I look back, I keep trying to figure out, why were things working out so well for me back then compared to now? Like, my life wasn't perfect in 2018 and 2019, but it was better. And so I think about all the different things I was doing. I had a vision board, I was using positive affirmations, which granted I could benefit from more positive self talk. I was journaling, there's all these different things that I was doing. And when I got down to the crux of it all, what I realized was that in 2018 and 2019, I was consistently speaking blessings over my life. I was consistently asking the universe for blessings, but I didn't realize that's what I was doing because I wasn't using that word. What I was doing was I was tuning into the universe, I was meditating, and I was focusing on light. I was focusing on the feeling of being loved. I was focusing on the type of situations and friendships and experiences I wanted to have that would bring more joy and love into my life. And by doing that, I was calling in blessings. Now, some of the things I was visualizing and journaling about, they never came true, or maybe a more accurate wording is they haven't come true yet. But they put me in an energy zone for them that kind of radiated out in other areas of my life. And so being able to speak blessings on my life and doing it consistently through a vision board and a journal and the meditations and yes, even prayers was significant. And now my life has been chaos for a while now, for at least the last 2.5 years. And so I've been asking for healing. And healing has been coming in small doses. And the reason I ask for healing is because I'm aware of how broken everything is, of how topsy-turvy it is compared to a couple years ago. And you might be nodding in agreement saying, Nicole, I get it. I'm in the same boat. And I really believe that this is how we start switching it. Now, I'm also a firm believer that healing is the foundation for manifesting. And so, in order for us to be able to manifest things, we have to be able to heal certain things first. And that's where this can be an interesting little hack because, again, when we're asking for blessings instead of for healing, we're not reaffirming that something's broken. We're instead focusing on the solution. We are waking up the God particles and the God energy within that situation so that the solution can present itself. And so it can be a purely positive experience. Another thing that was channeled to me yesterday is that healing does not have to be painful. And That's been a story that I've been telling myself for the last year and a half, is that healing hurts. Healing is so painful. I'm still healing from the wounds of a relationship that I was in. And in doing so, I keep affirming to myself, like, this is so painful. This hurts so bad. I can't believe that person did that to me. I can't believe that this is how my life ended up. I can't believe that the future I envisioned with this person and the beautiful future we were supposed to have is completely gone. Like, this hurts. This is painful. And so I've been living with that affirmation every day because it does hurt. It absolutely does. Changing that self-talk and channeling that message yesterday, which said healing doesn't have to be painful, has been really helpful to me. And I hope it's helpful to you too, because now we can maybe start creating that new story. Because healing doesn't have to be painful. Healing can actually be very positive, and it can actually be very life affirming. So play with those ideas and just see how it feels for you. And maybe you start saying blessings over your life and it doesn't feel right to you. Maybe you're like, this just, I feel like I'm lying to myself. I don't see anything moving. I it's just not working. That's fine. This is a suggestion. I'm not saying this is the end all be all of how to heal situations in your life, but it is what was channeled to me. And I do believe it's going to be helpful for many of the people watching this. So just play with it. And if it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right. Go back to what works for you. Maybe the word healing for you doesn't reaffirm the pain or the brokenness. Maybe it really does just affirm healing and being whole and being in alignment. So that's fine. And that's another thing that's interesting too, isn't it? Is that all of us have different interpretations of different words. Like, words can mean different things to each of us. It might be similar, but it's not always the same. But if you are someone who has been asking for healing and things are not shifting, it's possible that in asking for healing, you've unequivocally and subconsciously connected healing with brokenness, which I know 100% is what I've done. So, this new spiritual hack, I think, is going to be very helpful for me. And I hope it's helpful for you as well. Now, if you're interested in learning different forms of energy healing, and I know I should change the name, so hopefully that's coming soon. If you're interested in learning different forms of energy healing, I'd like to invite you to check out the Guiding Echoes Psychic Circle, because starting in September, I am opening up the doors to the Psychic Development Circle. And within that circle, I will be hosting weekly psychic development classes, but also weekly energy healing classes. And so in those energy healing classes, you will learn different modalities, different forms of energy healing, and you'll be able to both practice giving that energy healing to others, and you'll also have a space where you can receive healing energy from others. Maybe I need to start calling it energy blessings, but I don't think people will know what I'm talking about if I use that name. So if you have any suggestions on a name that we can call this, because if we're not going to be using the word healing anymore, if we're switching to something else, maybe it's energy wholeness. I don't know. I would love to hear your suggestions. So put your suggestions in the comment section down below. And yeah, we'll see if we can find some new verbiage for this, because language is important, energy is important, and yeah, let's figure this out as a community. So again, thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in the Guiding Echoes Psychic Circle, link is down below. Be sure you click it, get on the wait list. Doors open September 1st, and I'll see you there.